Good evening, Don Pelayo here. Just wanted to check in with you guys. I'm getting ready to flying to Orlando tomorrow. I'm gonna go spend some time with my youngest daughter down at Disney World, which I think we're visiting Epcot and Animal Kingdom this week. I don't know about you guys. I'm kind of starting to feel a little old. I think I'm starting to feel my age. I'm 48. I'll be 49 in August, and I'm just my energy levels have not been the greatest here lately, and I don't know. I had that bariatric surgery back in October. I'm My energy levels haven't been that great, and I know I need to be getting a little bit more protein than I've been getting. They push you to be getting your protein levels up. I have been doing well with the hydration. I am drinking a lot of water. Before I had the surgery, I would often drink a lot of diet soda, and I haven't had a soda since September. September was the last time I had a soda. Um, I did try to take a little taste of one, just try to take a little sip of a Dr. Pepper, and it was like battery acid. I just couldn't do it. So other than that, I haven't had a soda since September. Um, but I'm trying to find a way of getting my energy levels up. I just feel really tired a lot. I've been feeling, and I don't know if it's the winter, um, but the cold weather. I just haven't had the same kind of energy levels that I'm used to having, and I don't. It might just be that I'm getting old. Same thing with my studying too. I was working on completing the Certified Financial Planner (CFP) designation, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm almost 50 years old, and I'm just tired of studying. I'm tired of studying. I don't want to study anymore. It's like almost 50. It's like you kind of feel like, what's the point? At this at this juncture, I don't know. Um, I'm gonna go on this trip to Florida and come back and try to get myself motivated. I don't know. My motivation and energy levels are just really low right now. I I'm working on other goals. It's just trying to study this more complex material is just I'm kind of over it. I'm kind of over it, I guess. Um, when I get back, one of my commitments is to do more videos more frequently. I need to do at least 3 days a week. You know, Looking at things to talk about, I've kind of dedicated myself to also get back into my hobbies a little bit. It feels like my life right now just kind of revolves around work. It's like, I mean, other than work, it's like I don't really do anything else. So I do have some hobbies. I was always into baseball cards when I was younger, and I've got eight eight monster boxes in here. I'm kind of sorting through little bit by little bit. I've also got about 10 albums full of cards, and I've got cards and sleeves that in a box, and it's just trying to organize all that. Um, I'm thinking about taking some of these monster boxes to like a Goodwill or something and just dropping them off, because there's a lot of I collected cards pretty heavy back in the 80s, late 80s, early 90s, the junk wax era, and so I've got a lot of commons and stuff that I just want to get out of my way, and then I'm gonna just kind of gradually just filter through my cards and keep the better ones and get rid of everything else. Um, I used to have some really good baseball cards. I sold a lot of my stuff. I used to have a '89 Upper Deck Griffey, and a PSA, I think PSA 9 maybe. I had the '82 tops Ripken, and I had a 1980 tops Ricky Henderson. I think I had that in a grade 7. Had some good cards. Um, I do want to refocus a little bit on my. I have a Nolan Ryan collection. I was a big Nolan Ryan fan when I was younger, and I thought about picking that back up and getting going back and collecting all of his cards from the 70s and the late 60s. His rookie card was a 1968 tops. I think I want to try to get that in maybe a grade 7. I was looking at those on eBay a little bit. So we'll see. The higher those grades get, they do get a little bit expensive. The 8 was a little bit out of my price range, but 7 was doable, But anyway, I talk about a little bit about everything here. Looking at the news lately, it's an interesting time to be living in America. I've told you guys I voted for Trump. Um, some of the things Trump does, I don't always, you know, I think he likes to rattle people's chains a little bit. I think he just enjoys doing that. I think that's the whole thing with the Gulf of America, changing the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. I mean, I don't think most Americans really care one way or the other, really, about the name of the Gulf. I think we were all perfectly happy calling it the Gulf of Mexico. I, I, and it never bothered me anyway. I didn't really give it much thought, to be honest. But that's not really a top priority for most Trump voters. We elected him to get the standard of living better here in the United States, to help to get our wages up. I think, it's not even so much the cost of things. It's just that our wages our salaries and wages have not kept pace. It's like I um I just look back and it's like, you know, I feel like I make decent money right now. I'm making more than I ever have in my life right now. But at the same time, it's like I feel like maybe 5 or 6 years ago, I wasn't making quite as much, but I feel like those dollars went further. So, um, yeah, I just think that wages haven't recently have just not been keeping pace with the rise in the cost of everything. Um, for I was really lucky. I bought my house in 2021 at a reasonable price, and I got a good interest rate. Um, but for people that are just now trying to buy a home, it's just rough, man. The prices have really moved up, and the interest rates are higher. It'd be pretty tough to buy one right now, especially for a young person. Um, we need more starter home communities, smaller homes, maybe like cluster type home neighborhoods. These home builders want to build the McMansions though. They all just want to build these 500,000 plus homes, and it's like we got to have somebody that's building these smaller home communities for young people to have a home to start a family and all. A starter home. um, it's just I don't know. There's some things that are just really really kind of screwed up about the United States right now, and I hope to see some of that get improved. Um, I know Trump's is working on some of it. He wants to get the oil pipeline going again and bringing down the cost of fuel, which right now it's not too terrible, the price of gas, but it would always be nice to have it lower. Of course, lower gas prices go throughout the entire economy. It's not just what you buy for gas, but it's everything that gets delivered to a store is going to be a little bit cheaper. Um, really looking at things, wages just need to come up. Wages just need to come up. Need to catch up with the cost level of everything. Um, I'm going to be flying to Orlando tomorrow morning. I haven't flown in a while, and with all these old plane accidents that we've been having recently, it's a little bit it's a little unsettling, you know. It's like I know, there's thousands and thousands of flights every day, and they're all fine, but it's just like okay, all these things happening right before I'm going on this trip. I'm not going to be gone long. I'm flying out tomorrow morning. I'll be back Thursday night, so it's kind of nice getting a little break away from work. Um, but I know after a few days at Disney, I'm going to be probably more tired coming back than I am now. um, I don't know. It might do me some good getting out in the sun down there in Florida and walking around and all of that. So, um, I still a lot going on internationally. Looking at what Trump's going to try to arrange some kind of deal with Putin to try to end this war in Ukraine. The Europeans don't like it, but it's just we can't keep funding all these little adventures. It's like I mean, I think that the best case scenario is for Ukraine to cede that 20% of their land, the very far east of their country. It seems like most of those people wanted to be in Russia anyway. Um, cede that part of their territory and then just fix some very harsh, make it very well known that that's where it's going to stop. You know, Russia is not going to come back 5 years later and invade again and try to take more territory. You just can't. We're not doing that. We've seen that before. That's it. That's all the land that Russia can be permitted to take. I mean, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not real happy that Russia attacked this country and we would be giving up territory to them. But on the other hand, what's the options? We can continue sending billions of dollars to over there to defend this. It's not even very heavily populated land. It's kind of like for what, and it's like all these Ukrainians are dying. It's like you got actually people on both sides dying. A lot of Russians have died too. A lot of their soldiers have died. Some of the North Koreans that were sent have died. It's like everybody's dying. It's like Ukraine. I mean, I don't know how many young men they're going to have left, um, in their country, if this war goes on much longer. Um, but it's just kind of sad. So I think Trump just wants to just get this war to end, and hopefully we'll see that happen. Doge and Elon Musk are continuing to do they're doing their job. Democrats are whining about it, but most of us feel like it's way past time that somebody really took a hard look at government spending. It's like I don't feel like Congress has really done its job in that department. Really, Congress is really supposed to be the House of Representatives has controls the purse, and they really are supposed to be the ones you know making sure that the money is spent correctly. And I don't I think they've you could accuse them of dereliction of duty when it comes to that. I think that's been going on for a while. I don't think that things have been monitored the way they need to be monitored. It's way past time that the government got cut down to size a little bit. I think our government's gotten so bloated. It's just so big and just. I heard earlier this evening that that U.S. aid agency, it had 10,000 employees. Now they've cut it to 400. So they got rid of like 9,600 people, and it's just it's like they just have jobs in government just to give people jobs. And it's like it's just not an efficient use of tax dollars at all. we've got these huge budgets that we've just got to trim. We got to cut some of this pork out. At the same time, we need to rev up our private sector economy. Get businesses are making money in the United States, but I feel like we need more people out here, more entrepreneurs, more people starting businesses, more people. We need to have some small. I feel like the policies recently haven't been very friendly to small business. I think we need to be really, encouraging small business right now, innovation, and it seems like it's been mostly going to corporates, corporations, large businesses lately. So we need more small business policies. Anyway, I am I feel so tired. It's like I am like I need to find a way of boosting my energy levels, and I haven't really been exercising. I probably need to get more exercise. That would probably help with my energy levels too. It's just a matter. It's funny. It's like you have to get energy to exercise so that you can have energy. It's like I kind of feel like I'm in a stuck in that loop right now where it's like I want to exercise, but I don't have. It's like I work a lot, and when I come home, it's like I don't want to work out. And it's like it's like the last thing I want to do. I just want to relax and chill out after work, but I got to get going with that. Um Anyway, I am going, when I get back from Florida, I have a few different goals for when I come back from this trip. But one of those is to put out a video at least 3 days a week. And I'll let you guys know how the trip went, all that good stuff. I might even do a video from Florida. Who knows? Anyway, I hope you guys are all doing well. Don Pelayo signing out.